Hi everyone, Jisele here. I just wanted to check in, see how everyone's doing, and share some of my own thoughts about what's going on and some ways that could possibly help people to get through this time. Not only do we have this virus concern, but now we have other concerns happening as well. There's a lot of chaos, a lot of upheaval, a lot of concerns and worry, and it's just a lot of really heavy energy happening right now. And this is a time where you have to take care of yourself, make sure that not only that you're safe, but you're healthy and taking the action needed to keep yourself that way. I'm not going to go into, the best way as far as foods. A lot of you already know it. What is the best things, what to put in your body to build your immune system, and then things to avoid that only weaken your immune system. So it's not just the foods, but it's your thoughts and it's the things that you entertain. Now, I'm not real crazy about, watching the news all the time. I think it's important to be informed because you need to know, but you also need to understand that everything painted on the news is not necessarily truth. So highly recommend do your own research and don't take everything for what they're saying. A lot of it's designed for sensationalism. A lot of it's designed for fear, because when people are afraid, they're easier to control. Okay, so keep that in mind too. Let's be smart about it. I had written a book called The Mountains Are Calling, and it talks about, or one of the things it mentions is, are you a puppet and being controlled by the puppeteer? And if you choose not to be a puppet, then you need to cut yourself away from the strings, from the puppeteer, and take back control of your own thoughts and of your own decisions and of your own body. And some of the things I suggest is to do things that raise your vibrational frequency up, meaning you feel more joy, you feel happier. I'm not saying stick your head in the sand. I'm not saying that at all, so please don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm simply saying you've got to keep your body and your mind strong so that you can make decisions from a clearer space and be able to respond and not just react out of craziness, okay? So I had reposted some things. It's called, it's a video. It's really funny, and it's about the quarantine. And it says it's done to the tune of Michael Jackson's Billie Jean. And it's called Billie Jean Quarantine. So if you want to Google that on YouTube, it's Billie Jean Quarantine. Great for laughs, which that brings your spirits up, your energy up. And when you're happier, you can think more clearly and you can make better decisions from that space instead of from anger or from fear. Okay, also there's beautiful music. Choose what lifts your spirit, what feels good, what brings you joy, what really, fills your heart, or maybe it's a memory. For me, it's swimming with wild dolphins off of Bimini Island, or with me, it's my cats, or being with my daughters, or people that I love. You have to consciously choose things that bring you to a higher level of thinking, of consciousness, of joy, however you want to call it. Okay, in order to think clearly and come from a space of wisdom and right decision, and not from fear and not from anger, and not be consumed in that. I'm also highly recommending to take action and choosing. We've got elections coming up. People who know me know that I'm not real big on politics, and I've struggled with that for a long time, but I can see we've got leaders that are demeaning to women, that are demeaning to the handicapped, that are obviously racist, and that do not have the best interest of the people in the country. We have leaders that are into division. When you divide people up, there's less power. And that's known, that's well known. There's more power in groups. So when people can come together, they're stronger. But if you divide them, you have more control over them, especially when you add the element of fear in there. So people, it's time to wake up. It's time to think this out and take back control of your own life. And part of that is doing your research and not believing everything you hear, and voting for people or leaders that are actually have our best interest in mind. Yeah, this is my baby, obviously, which also is another reason to bring up your vibrational frequency and your happiness level so that you can think more clearly. But I can't stress that enough. We also want to choose leaders that actually care about our environment, and because this is the only planet we have to live on. And just be smart about choosing what's allowed into your body. I'm talking about vaccines. Don't just accept things as, oh, this is good for you. Do your own research. Sometimes that statement, this is good for you, is another way of saying we've got control over you. So just be smart. That's what I'm saying. Be smart about it. Be wise. Use the brain that God gave you, and just do things that help you to respond instead of react, and to come from a space of wisdom and from a space of love and compassion and understanding instead of fear. Don't get sucked up into it, okay? So I don't do a lot of powerful videos, but I just feel like it's important to use my voice and to speak up. And more and more really amazing people that are there speaking up and saying what needs to be said. And that's all I'm doing. I'm just supporting them. And I want to live in a planet, and I want this planet to be a place for my kids and my grandkids and my great-grandson, to be a place where we're working together, okay, and no more fear. Ultimately, that's what we all want, okay? So until next time, Ultreya, move forward with courage and in love. All right, bye-bye.